What's up, guys? MC Stu here, and today we got some news. We are getting the 4th event campaign event for 2023. All right, so what do we got here? So we have no-win scenario is what the event is going to be. There are going to be 2 options for this event. You can do the Arena of Sunpack, and if you play this particular version during the event, it'll go through round 7 basically, and then it completes. It is not a endless potential if you continue to win the rounds like it normally is when it's not on the event. And then the second option is the Kobayashi Maru, and that has 6 rounds that you can go through. And let me know in the comments, is the regular version of this, can you continue to go? If so, that probably, I think, would be pretty tough, since the Kobayashi Maru would continue to lose health a little bit here and there, and you can't exactly heal it. But let me know if you, if the regular version, and if so, have you gotten high in it? What's the highest wave you've gotten to? Myself personally, I think I like running the Kobayashi Maru, but I probably will switch these 2 up. You will have to complete 14 days in order to get the grand prize, and we'll go over when this starts and how long you'll have to do it here in just a moment. So let's go ahead and take a look at the rewards. So basically, just to kind of recap the event itself, you're going to run one of the no-win scenarios, which is either Kobayashi Maru or Arena of Sunpack. Arena of Sunpack up to round 7, and on Kobayashi Maru will be up to round 6. There's not a fail in this either, so if you play the TFO, you can't fail on like wave 2. You will complete it, so don't worry about that part of it. And you'll need to complete 14 days of one or both or mixture or whatever in order to get the prize for this specific event. So let's go ahead and take a look at the rewards, and then we'll talk about the event campaign after. So the rewards, again, after a total of 14 days worth of daily progress, you'll get the grand prize, which is the Protostar Experimental Technology Space Set. So this is similar to what we got a month or so back with the Tholian set. We got a Warp Core, Shield, and an Omni. And also a Singularity Core variant. So we're essentially getting the same thing, but obviously different stats and different kinds of a theme about it. So this is based off Prodigy, and let's just go ahead and kind of take a look at what we're going to get here. So we're going to get the Protostar, and I practiced this word before I recorded this, but it's the multiplicative, am I saying that right? Covariant Shield. I'm not going to go into all of what it does and the sets do. I mean, we could take a quick look at it. The Protostar Multiplicative Covert Shield grants you a unique Protostar-based visual. Well, that's kind of cool. I wonder what that'll look like. They don't really show it off here in any of the pictures, so it's, unless it just shows the shield the whole time you have it on. If that's the case, that would be new. Normally, the vanity portion of a shield, if it has it, changes the skin of the ship. So I'm interested to know what this is going to be, because in this picture it's showing us the shield being lit up. So the shield will, normally light up, but it's just more of that kind of blue kind of look that you would see. So is this it lighting up when it takes the damage, or do you get this shield kind of bubble anytime that you have it equipped? We'll have to wait and see once we get that. It also includes a special bonus that causes shield regen to improve on facing where shield strength is low. Okay, so pretty straightforward there. Doesn't seem like anything super special, but again, we'll have to see if it looks cool, because that is super important. Next, we have the Protostar Omni Beam, and that is going to be phasers. That's nice if you don't have a Omni Beam phaser, you'll have one on account. Reclaim, there is a mission reward phaser that is pretty good. You would not be able to slot both of these because this is a part of a set, and the Trilithium Omnidirectional is also a part of the set, so you'd have to pick one or the other. And again, we'll have to see which one's worthwhile. Let's just take a look at the description here. So we have this phaser is a standard omnidirectional phaser with new visuals based on the Protostar. Okay. And doesn't look like, so if it's a standard, then the Trilithium is going to be better, unless you're wanting to run, a 2-piece or 3 set out of this Protostar bundle. Lastly, we have Warp Core. Protostar Dual Warp Core, and the Dual Singularity Core. This special dual warp / singularity core gives a bonus to power levels while at high throttle and bonus to turn rate while at low throttle. Okay, that's interesting. Equipping multiple items in the set creates bonuses for your ship. If you equip 2 out of the 3 pieces, you gain bonus to shield drain resistance and a bonus to critical chance for science powers. That sounds interesting. We'll have to see how much that is. There's pretty good science sets, for your space sets already in the game. There's a couple already to pick from, so we'll have to see how that compares. If you equipped all 3, you have the ability to offensively eject your warp core in combat. It looks something like this. Okay, and then there's a picture of it happening here. That looks kind of cool. It's spinning around. It's like the pilot maneuver with the warp core popping out. So again, whether or not this is going to be worth running on science, and this looks like this is really kind of leaning a little bit more towards that. We'll have to see what the numbers look like. They don't give us any kind of detail on what those are. But nevertheless, if you're newer or you don't have any event reclaim space sets, this is always really nice to have. If you decide to roll a new character, maybe a recruit or something like that, you can always just grab these and you'll be able to unpack it at the level that your character is currently. I don't think most of these scale with you, but you can just delete them and reclaim them when you're at a higher level. So you could do that every 10 levels if you wanted to, and not have to worry about upgrading them. Some of the gear in the game will scale up with you. It basically gives you like free upgrades until like Mark 10 or something like that. So again, we'll just have to see what this looks like when we get it here in game. All right, so along with that set, we're going to get 3 feature TFO reward box. So each gives you a choice of 1 specialization point or an enhanced ultimate tech upgrade. I could really use these. I am all out and I'm burning through to lithium trying to upgrade things that I want to. So this is awesome. We're also going to get 25,000 dilithium ore, and we will also get the ability to continue to earn dilithium after the fact. So let's say you do once a day for 14 days, you complete it, you get all of these rewards. If you run it, going forward, it'll start off with giving you 8K, and then every day that'll scale up by, I believe it's 1,000. So it starts off at 8. So if you go for another, 6-7 days, you'll be getting quite a bit of dilithium through that, and I highly recommend doing that for this reason and for the year-long event campaign, which we'll talk about here in just a moment. There will be a Zen buyout, and that looks like that'll be 2,000 Zen. So that's not outrageous. I generally don't buy these out. The only reason in this instance that I would suggest considering it is if you're way behind on the year-long event campaign. If you were to buy out the event for the 2,000 Zen on day 1, you're going to get your 14 progress points. That translates into 700 points for your event campaign, and then you could actually run this event all 21 days and get yourself another 1,050. So if you buy it out and you run it every single day, you can end up getting 1,750. So make sure that math works if you're behind, because if it's still not enough, then it wouldn't make sense to buy this out. There will be one more event, so you would be able to look. I think between two events that if you buy out on day 1 and play the events, you can get the year-long event campaign completed with just 2 events. And at $40, if you're going to pick up a lockbox ship or something like that, then that's definitely worth it, because on average a lockbox ship, depending on how you go about buying it, if you buy keys and sell them out on the exchange and blah blah blah, minimum you're at about $100. So having that, being able to unlock it for the $40 across the 2 events, buying them out on day 1 and still completing every single day of the event is worth it. In terms of if you had to buy it another way. So it is subjective. I'm not saying do it, but if it's something that, you're not, you don't have a problem putting a little bit of money into the game and your only alternative is spending $100 or more, then definitely consider doing that. The event is going to run for 21 days. It is going to start on the 10th, so next week, and run through August 31st. This event is going to count towards the event campaign. And just so you can kind of see where you're at, so if we pull up game here, and sorry, all of my, I had to reinstall Windows the other day, and it's just been a nightmare. Everything's all screwed up. So So I'm on one of my alts here, but if we take a look at the progress on my main account here, I still haven't claimed last year's prize yet. Let me know. Is anybody still sitting on last year's prize and just can't make their mind up? I tell you what, this year though, I know what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get the Excelsior 2. I just really want it. All right, so I'm at 2,501. I don't know where this 1 came from. It's kind of weird. So basically, if I play 20 out of the 21 days, you get 50 points per day. I'm going to be able to complete my year-long event at the end of this one. If I were to buy it out, I would get 700 up front, and I would need to play another, 6 days at 50 per day, and that would give me the total. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and play through every single day. So here's where you can check your progress. And the way it breaks down is the mini events every day counts towards 50 towards this. So if you've missed a couple of them, you're just going to need to do the math. You can either, without buying anything out, you basically can get 1,050 points per event, or if you buy it out, you can get 1,750. So 2 of those, like I said, will that complete it? Let me get my calculator here before we I lead you astray. It's late and I'm tired. 17,000 or 1,750 times 2. Yeah. So it will exactly give you enough if you buy out 2 of them and you play every single day. So if you do buy it out on day 1, do not miss a day or you're gonna be out of luck. So this is really kind of your last chance if you haven't done any of the events. If you want to be able to complete that this year, you have to at least play through the 2 of them and buy them out. All right, so that's the breakdown on that. So again, once you finish this sub event after the 14 days, continue to play the event and collect your extra dill, and you will also get extra points, that 50 per day for the event campaign. So because these are tied to that event campaign, these aren't really over until the actual event is over, even though you've already completed it, because they do count towards that. Now, if you're somebody that only needs 700, once you finish this, the only reason to run this more would be for the extra dilithium, but at that point, you would already have enough for your event campaign to complete that out. So that's the big news. I'll go ahead and link this down in the description. I'll also just put the patch notes. I'm not going to go over those. That's just not really my thing. This is the big stuff. I like the free things that are on account claim. And again, because it's a part of the year-long event campaign, this is a big deal. Make sure you don't miss out on this. Save yourself a lot of money by being able to pick up, C-store ships and different things like that. If you go to the main page of my YouTube channel, I do have, there's a search bar. Everybody has it. That's actually in, and I'll just pull it up here on screen. We're doing it live. So here we go. So there was some question before. So if you look at up here at the top, and over here it says about, and this is going to vary depending on how wide your screen is, but if you hit this arrow enough, you can actually search stuff here. So if you just type in event campaign, I have a video that breaks down kind of the mechanics of the event campaign. So if you're new and you just want to understand fully what's going on with that, just search that. If you're new or you have questions about pretty much anything from, fleets to reputation to any kind of how-to you can think of, type it into this here, and I'm going to have a video for you that can help you out. So make sure you check that out. If this video was helpful, hit that sub button, ring the bell. I'd really appreciate that. Also, check out the Discord server. I will put a link down in the description for you guys. We have about 3,000 people in the server, and it's just a bunch of awesome people that love the game, love Star Trek, and we're all more than willing to help. And you might find some people to play with, or whatever it is you're looking for. But it's a great resource, so definitely go and check that out. All right, guys, I think that that covers it for now. Until next time, you guys have a good one. Appreciate you watching. Hey, guys, appreciate you watching. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, ring the bell, and sub to the channel for the latest news updates and how-to guides.